What is going on, people? It's finally come to this. I am doing some gaming content on my YouTube channel. Kind of a disclaimer, I'm really not the biggest video game player in the world. I'm not the best. In fact, I'm pretty terrible at the majority of video games that I play. Um, and I really don't play very many video games, but I have a couple of niche games that I play. One is iRacing, with my sim rig, if you will, that I might be making some videos on later. And then also, my other game is Lord of the Rings Online. Lord of the Rings Online is a game I picked up a couple of months ago. A friend of mine had actually kind of suggested it to me. It's a free to play game, and I started playing it. I have very mixed emotions about this game. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this game to anybody. Um, it's very much a grind. It's very much repetitive. The combat is almost non-existent. I don't know. There's not too many redeeming qualities about this game, but I myself am just a massive Lord of the Rings fan. I have been ever since I was a kid and started reading the books, and the movies came out while I was in middle school, and I fell in love with them. And I've been a huge Lord of the Rings fan ever since. And with that in mind, if you're somebody that's a Lord of the Rings fan like I am, this game is definitely worth checking out because some of the I don't know. We'll get into it when I actually launch the game. But a little bit about my character. I just at the beginning when I created this character, I just kind of got a random name generator, and I eventually I kept hitting it. I probably hit it like probably 20 times until I finally saw something that at least kind of looked decent. And even though it's kind of difficult to pronounce, I pronounce it as Glohilael. I don't really pronounce it very often, but yeah, I'm level 34 right now. I'm probably like 80 hours into this game, although I will say probably the first like 15 to 20 hours that I played it, I kind of wasted a lot of time going around and like I was trying to level up by like killing enemies and stuff, and that's really a terrible way to level up in this game. Really, the only way to level up efficiently is by doing quests. So I wasted probably 15 to 20 hours just doing that. But I'm probably 80 hours into the game, and I'm level 34 right now. It's a free to play game, but if you want to pay, there's certain paywalls, of course, with every free to play game. You can buy basically a maxed out character just at the beginning. But usually when I play free to play games, I try to not spend any money because that's kind of the idea, is to not spend any money. Or if you spend money, just like very as little as humanly possible. So yeah, Glohilael, level 34 elf. I use like a two-handed weapon. So anyway, let's do it. Let's get into Middle Earth. So like I said, I've been playing this game for a couple of months. I played it pretty heavily the first few weeks that I started it, and then I kind of trailed off a little bit. In the last couple of weeks, I pretty much stopped playing it completely because I was kind of getting frustrated with it. It's kind of a recurring theme with this game is just getting in places where you're like, man, I feel like I'm stuck at this one particular area of the map, and I don't know. It's good to kind of get away from it and then come back to it, which is kind of what I did. I've been playing it more often for the last week or so. Let me get out of here. Oh, so I can kind of show you where I am. Apparently, there's other players over here. I've mostly been playing solo, just like lone wolf style, if you will. I haven't really played any. I haven't joined any parties or anything like that, or any guilds, or I don't even really know. I've pretty much been playing by myself. Like I said, I got into this game. A friend of mine suggested that we play together, and he got burned out on it, like after about a day or so. And I've been kind of still playing it ever since then. So let's get into probably the main feature of this game and the most redeeming quality is the map. Okay, as you can tell, you looking at the graphics. You know the graphics. I mean, this is a pretty old game. This game's like over 10 years old, and I'm sure for the day when it came out, the graphics were pretty awesome. But in 2020, they're not great. I don't think they're terrible, but they're not. If you played Elder Scrolls Online or anything like that, the graphics are obviously a lot better in that game. But the landscape and everything, like just going through like the Shire and going to Rivendell and places like that. I haven't been to Gondor and Rohan yet. Rohan's like an expansion, and Moria. I hear Moria is really awesome. I'm like right kind of at the cusp of getting into Moria. And from what I hear, I have a friend of mine that has basically beat this game, or I don't really know if he could beat this game, but he's gotten really high ranking in this game, and he says right around like level 50 is when it really starts getting good. But level 50 is like you're looking at probably about 100 hours of gameplay just to get to that point. But if you're familiar with RPGs, especially MMORPGs, 100 hours really isn't that daunting. I mean, if you're really looking to get into a game like this, you're probably looking at spending about 200 hours. You can see another player right there. Oh, he's level 34 too. How about that? Okay. So let me show you the map really quick. I'm kind of at like the very northern part of the Shire. It's called Emyn, which is not to be confused with Emyn with a V. This is a Uial. I think wheel. I don't know, wherever the bog is, like over by Mordor, that Sam and Frodo have to go through. This is a different part of the map. But this right here is just one section of the map. Okay, and just like where I am is like there's this giant lake. If I can go over here, there's this giant lake right here, and there's like a little island over there. Over there is like a giant statue, which is like this giant wizard statue right here that you can see all the way from this side of the map. And this is all, like, this entire thing right here is just like this little tiny snippet of the grand map. And the grand map is just like, it's so enormous and just like daunting, really. When you really kind of understand like how big the map is, because like as you go along in the game, you keep thinking to yourself like, oh, okay, like you keep thinking that you have an understanding of how big the map is, and then all of a sudden more stuff breaks out and there's like other areas of the map that you didn't even know were there, especially like this part of the map I didn't know was here. And then once I got to this part of the map, I kept going north and realized like, oh, there's like another part of the map like up here, so this is like a completely different area that's like the same size as the map that I'm currently on. The map is insane. It's insanely huge. And I don't really play a lot of MMOs, but I would imagine the maps are pretty big in most MMOs. I played a couple of RPGs. I've played Skyrim and like Fallout. I mean, like Bethesda games and stuff like that. But I've never played a game where the map is as big as this map. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous how big this map is. So like I said, this right here is just kind of part of the map. Like I said, if you look way over there, that's the giant wizard statue that's right here. And over there is like more stuff. That's like probably where this little commune is right here. And this is just this part of the map, okay? If I back out, this, yeah. You can see all these different like little like this is like the tiny map that I'm on right now. Oh my god. Okay. This is that part of the map, which is just north. You have the Shire right here. You have Breeland. The Lone Lands. The Lone Lands is kind of where I started getting stuck on the game, just because like it seemed like I was there forever. Eventually, you kind of are able to go to Rivendell. Basically, how this game starts out is you start out over here, and yeah, this is like where it starts out, and then you kind of travel south. You go to Celondim, and then you eventually make your way to the Shire. You eventually make your way to Breeland. You eventually make your way over to the Lone Lands, which is where Weathertop is. Kind of dispersed in there, you're able to go to the Trollshaws, which is where Rivendell is. And I was getting frustrated right here because I was probably around like level like in the high 20s or maybe like even at level 30. And I was like, it seemed like I was stuck here like for forever. And I was like, okay, I need to go to a different part of the map. And then all of a sudden, it was like, okay, here you go. And it sends you back to the Shire. And all of a sudden, you're back in the Shire doing missions or quests. And I got like so frustrated with it that it just seemed like it was taking forever for the game to progress. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, wait, no, you got to go back to the Shire and like do stuff over there. But actually, from there, once I got past it a little bit, it really wasn't that long. But you actually travel north and get into like where I'm at right now. And I'm assuming once this is done, you go a little bit further north to Forashel. I went there a little bit to kind of check it out, and it seemed like that's probably going to be a place that I'm going to be when I'm around like level 30 or in the higher 30s. Right now I'm at 34. So this might be somewhere I would go like 39, 38, somewhere like that, getting closer to 40. Yeah, it's so insane how big this map is. And this right here is just Eredor. This is like just this part of the map. And if I click out, you see all the other different areas. You know, you have the Rohan area, the Rovanyan. I'm not like the best at pronouncing names here in Middle Earth, but you'll just have to bear with me. Gondor, of course, Mordor. Just the scope of this map is absolutely mind-boggling. There's Western Gondor, Central Gondor, Eastern Gondor. Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Just like trying to grasp like how big it is like I don't know, it's really just kind of hard to fathom. So anyway, for anybody starting out, okay, let me just kind of I don't know. Anybody starting out, like the big thing that's going to suck is you don't have a horse, and you are not able to get a horse until level 20. And so basically you just have to run everywhere, and there's no sprint on this game. So it's like you basically have to go from place to place just like at this pace right here. And it can be kind of frustrating, but once you get a horse when you're level 20, that definitely helps out a lot. The biggest handicaps you're gonna have at the beginning of the game is you're only allowed a certain amount of gold. Okay, so you're only allowed like 2,000 pieces of. I forget exactly how it works. Oh man. It's going to tell you every time you're going past your gold cap. And it's like a reasonable amount of gold that you're allowed to have for a free account, but it's going to keep telling you like, hey, you need to unlock your gold cap or your gold restriction, and it's going to prompt you. And I'm trying to if I wanted to spend some money and buy some gold to be able to unlock some of this stuff, then I would be able to, but I'm not trying to spend any money. But luckily, you're able to kind of, there's two types of gold. There's like gold or LOTRO points that you can use to unlock different stuff. You can unlock different, body parts, or not body parts, but like armor and stuff like that. That looks like a little bit better than the stock free stuff that you're gonna get. But then there's also in the game, there's like copper, silver, and gold that you can spend to buy stuff from merchants and stuff like that. Yeah. Let me just get rid of all these notifications. So I'm going to go ahead and start playing now that I've kind of given a rundown on the game. I'm level 34. I just leveled up 34 last night. And I have a bunch of different quests that I have open that I got from these people right here. There's an int. And where I'm at the game right now, basically, I have this quest from this int, and he's basically telling me to go do quests from like these three other guys right here. And then once I finish the quests for these three guys, then I can come back and talk to him. And basically it's just going to give me some extra experience. So that's kind of the idea behind that. So I'm going to go to my map and see exactly where I'm supposed to go. Apparently with these quests I need to go down here, so let's go ahead and ride south. So riding around on the horse is a big part of the game. It's kind of like Red Dead Redemption, where you can ride around your horse and then just kind of check out the scenery. Just something I like to do. I really do enjoy that aspect of the game, just like the visuals of it. Especially when you get to some areas that are a little bit more recognizable. That you recognize from the books or from the movies or whatever. You're like, oh, wow. I feel like I'm really in the book now. So I'm just riding through the forest, and there's kind of just some random enemies. What happens is I'm trying to run past these enemies before they attack me, but when they attack my horse, or while I'm on a horse, I have like 100 hit points. And basically if you drop below 0 while you're on your horse, it doesn't kill your horse, but it knocks you off your horse. And then you have to proceed on foot, and most of the time at that point you're going to have to actually, do some combat. But I'm trying not to get involved in that right now because it's so time consuming. I'm just trying to get to where I need to go. Yeah, you can see he just attacked me. See, yeah. He just attacked me and knocked me off my horse. From there, for the most part, these enemies will follow you. But they won't follow you past a certain point. So usually I just keep running if I don't want to fight anybody. If you just keep running, they'll eventually just kind of stop chasing you. But you can end up in a bad situation where there's 3, 4, or 5 people chasing you at the same time. So right now, I'm basically where I need to be. Okay, they've stopped chasing me. I'm pretty much where I need to be to do this quest. Yeah, I'm in this yellow area. Which signifies, I forget exactly what. Oh, okay. Hewing the wood. So hewing the wood is defeat trolls. Okay. Apparently there's trolls over here that I gotta defeat. Okay. Where are these trolls at? Okay. Another helpful thing is that if you see an enemy, a lot of these quests are defeat. God, a lot of these quests are defeat wood trolls, defeat bears, collect wolf skins or whatever. So it's basically just going out and finding things and killing them, basically. So a convenient thing is like if I select this enemy right here without pressing on it, it's going to tell me what quests attacking this one particular enemy will help me with, and this will actually apparently help me with 2 different quests. So basically, I have all these trolls around here, and I just need to attack them. So here we go. I had that switched out earlier. Let me change something real fast. The combat on this game is not great. I think it's typical kind of MMO combat, though. Like maybe more akin to like RuneScape. Although I really only played RuneScape very briefly back in high school, so. Let me see here. I had this moved yesterday. Oh, wait. That was what I moved. Okay, let me move that right there. Slide these down. And yeah. Okay, so with defeating that one enemy, I was able to get one of the 6 rotted limbs for this quest, as well as defeating rotted wood troll for the other quest. So I'm gonna keep on attacking these guys. So the combat, like, you basically have different attacks that are here on your quick launch or whatever. And pretty much what, I'd select attack, I right click on an enemy, and then as I'm attacking, I kind of just cycle through these attacks right here until the enemy is defeated. I'm just kind of tapping on my keyboard, 1, 2, the number pads up here. And I just kind of type them at random. You can see one second. Let me get this guy. You can see, like, okay, I'm pressing 1. Right there, it's performing the attack, and then there's a cooldown time. So really, I'm just kind of like, out of whatever my available attacks are there, I'm just kind of pressing the button. And if you press them in succession, they'll kind of perform one after the other. So this particular quest that I'm on right now, I think is a level 37 quest. Even though I'm level 34 right now, really, I'm able to do... I go up to about probably like 4 higher than what my level is. Like, I'm level 34. Like, the highest I would want to go would be like a level 30, 37 or 38 quest. Early on, if you try to jump too high, like if you're level 12 trying to do level 14 quests, a lot of the times it won't work out. You'll be like overpowered, outmatched, or whatever. But as you kind of continue in the game, it gets to where you can kind of pick them up, or you can go a little bit higher with your quests. So really, I'm kind of like above where I probably should be in the game right now, but whatever. I'm trying to level up, bro. Trying to get to Moria, bro. I'm really excited about Moria whenever I get there. Like I said, a friend of mine told me that's pretty much where the game kind of starts and starts getting like really good. But like this right here is basically the entire game. There's really not, I don't know. I haven't really gotten into a lot of the other aspects of the game, like wood crafting and potion making and things like that. I probably should get more into that to just have like some more depth of the game. Because, as of right now, if all you're doing is combat, which is pretty much what I'm doing, the game can get somewhat repetitive and monotonous. But having said that, that's kind of one of the things I was drawn to about the game. Is, I really just kind of wanted a game that I could play, while I'm like watching TV in the background, like a game I don't have to be completely 100% focused on like all the time, Like iRacing, the other game I play, it's like you have to be 100% focused on that at all times. And this is just more of a like slower paced, just kind of go along as you see fit kind of a game. And that's a quality of this game that a lot of people would probably find as a negative, but it's one of the things that I like about this game. Even with the combat, I don't have to be just like super involved in the combat. I can just kind of sit here and press buttons. Oh. Okay, so find and defeat Heart Rot. Where is that at? Let's see where that's at. It's a little bit further over here. So I think this mission or this quest is like, I keep saying mission. Mission, quest, thing. I think this is basically telling me to beat a boss over here, so I'm gonna go and take out these little guards over here. Okay. Come on. Okay. So over here is going to be where I need to go. I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of enemies down here, but I ain't scared. Maybe I'm a little bit scared. Okay, I took that guy out. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, I think I'm supposed to go back over here. And of course that guy saw me. Oh, come on. Believe that right. Yeah, okay, that's my boss I gotta beat. I would like to be able to fight him without drawing any more attention than is necessary. So I got two enemies right here. I'm gonna wait for them to kind of clear out. Although sometimes it takes them a while and it's just faster to just go ahead and beat them. So the cool thing about this game is that as you level up, there's different enemies and different, like, people that you get to fight. Like these missions with missions. Why do I keep saying this quest with these quests I'm doing right here are the first time that I'm seeing like these particular trolls, and they seem like some sort of like hybrid int troll type thing. And I don't know if these are actually in the books or not, but they're pretty cool. So that is kind of one redeeming quality of this game, is that I'm just going to take this guy out. All right, apparently I got to take them both out. So here we go. Big boss battle. Typically, when I'm fighting multiple enemies, I just fight them one at a time, and then wait for one to get done. Come on. Okay, now I'm taking this guy out. Hopefully my health doesn't run out. I don't think it will. As I said, I'm just kind of type. Oh no, get back here. Get back here. I'm assuming this is part of the mission where he runs away and I have to chase him, which is stupid. Okay, so now he's completely healed up. Where did he go? Oh, this is stupid. Okay, so I need to heal a little bit. I don't know where he went. Is that him? This dude just ran away. Search the pool below the Twisted Grove. Okay. Apparently I gotta go back down here. Really don't want to fight these guys. I'll fight this guy. Wow, we're already at 35 minutes. Time just flies by when you're playing this game. It's insane. That's why this game takes so long. Is he really back down there? Is this really happening? Okay. Oh, there's another one coming up. Maybe he'll stop. He's not going to stop. I really intended this video to be like 15 minutes long. I might cut some of this out, but probably not. I really am lazy when it comes to editing. I really just... There's another one coming up. Okay, there's not. Alright, I need to heal real fast. Not real fast. Because healing takes a long time in this game. Reach the pool below the Twisted Grove. Did I fail? Soundtrack on this game is pretty dope too. Especially when you get to like different areas of the map. You know, they have different soundscapes or whatever. I especially like the song in Rivendell whenever you're over there. It's kind of funny because like when you first play it, it's like you're so... Lord of the Rings is so synonymous with the soundtrack to the movies that it's kind of weird hearing another soundtrack at the very when you first start playing the game. But I mean, the soundtrack on this game is phenomenal. Okay. So I'm gonna try to beat this guy again, I guess. Oh man, I think I made a mistake. I'm about to have to just head out. So I'm just gonna retreat. I'm about to get attacked by all sorts of different things. 0. That thing is still chasing me. Wow. So anyway, I'm gonna retreat, lick my wounds, get back to it. I'm gonna come back over here and get my experience collected for the quest that I did complete. Come on. Yeah, it can take a long time to get anywhere from point A to point B in this game. If you don't have a horse, it's going to take even longer. So, you know, if you're starting out, you don't have a horse because you can't get one till level 20, you know, just hang in there. It's what kind of the cornerstone of this game is. Just, you know, hang in there as long as you can. And okay, so I'm back to the base, and I have going to be able to collect experience from this guy, and experience from this guy. If I was able to do this last one, then I'm pretty sure I'd get experience from him. Maybe not, I don't know. Anyways, yep, this is Lord of the Rings Online. I'll probably be making a few of these videos, kind of tracking my progress along the way. So thank you to anybody that watched it, and be on the lookout for new ones. Alright, see y'all later.